If you're over 60, what you eat every single day can quietly shape the way you move, feel, and live. It's not just about staying full or eating healthy anymore. It's about choosing the right foods that support your body as it changes with age. Think about it. Have you ever felt your legs growing weaker for no obvious reason? Maybe some days just standing up from your favorite recliner feels like an effort. Or every step you take seems heavier than it used to. You might notice cramps in your calves when you wake up at night. Or a kind of numbness that makes you feel unsteady on your feet. Most people shrug these things off and say, "Oh, I'm just getting older. That's all." But what if I told you that much of this weakness and discomfort isn't simply normal aging? In fact, what's sitting on your plate could be playing a huge role in how your legs feel. Some vegetables that we all grew up thinking were perfectly healthy might actually be causing inflammation, stiff joints, and sluggish muscles, especially after 60. On the other hand, there are vegetables that act like quiet healers, supporting your circulation, easing pain, and helping you move with the confidence you had years ago. I recently had a conversation with John, a retired firefighter from Texas who's now in his mid-60s. He told me, "I used to think sore knees and heavy legs were just part of getting older. But then I made a few small changes to my meals, and it's like my legs woke up again." What John experienced isn't a miracle. It's the power of choosing the right foods. Just like putting premium fuel in a car keeps it running smoothly. The right vegetables can keep your joints, muscles, and circulation in top shape as you age. That's exactly what we'll be talking about in this video. I'm going to share 4 vegetables that are your best allies after 60, and 4 that you may want to cut back on or avoid because of the subtle harm they can cause. And this isn't just my opinion. It's backed by research from respected places like Harvard University, Tufts University, and even findings from arthritis foundations across the country. Before we dive in, let's pause for a moment. Aging isn't something we can stop, but how we age is something we can influence. Have you ever seen a friend in their 70s or 80s still walking briskly around the park, mowing the lawn, or even dancing? That didn't happen by accident. It's the result of small, consistent choices: what they eat, how they move, and how they care for their body. Your legs, your balance, your ability to walk without fear of falling, these are the foundation of your independence. And trust me, you can protect them more than you might think. The truth is, food is medicine, but it can also be a slow poison if we don't choose wisely. There are vegetables that, while perfectly fine for someone in their 20s or 30s, may not be as kind to a body that's over 60. These foods can trigger low-grade inflammation, the kind that sneaks up quietly but leaves you feeling achy, tired, or off balance. Imagine walking around with tiny fires burning inside your joints. That's what chronic inflammation does. And the worst part is, most of us don't even realize certain healthy foods could be fanning those flames. On the flip side, nature also gives us vegetables that do the exact opposite. They're like cool, soothing water on those tiny fires, calming inflammation, improving blood flow, and feeding your muscles and bones the nutrients they crave. These vegetables can make your legs feel lighter, your movements smoother, and your energy more steady. Some of them are so simple you might already have them in your kitchen, just waiting to be cooked in a smarter way. Take asparagus, for example. It's not just a fancy side dish you see at a steakhouse in Chicago or a holiday table in New York. Asparagus has natural compounds that help improve blood flow, reduce swelling, and even support the nervous system so the signals between your brain and your legs stay sharp and coordinated. Imagine the difference between walking with tired, heavy legs versus moving with ease and balance. That's the kind of subtle change the right foods can bring. Or think about pumpkin, that bright orange vegetable we often associate with pies in the fall. Pumpkin is loaded with beta-carotene, which not only keeps your eyes sharp but also helps soothe the inflammation in your joints. And let's be honest, we need all the help we can get when it comes to keeping our knees and hips feeling young. But it's not just about adding the right foods, sometimes. It's about knowing which ones to avoid or limit. Eggplant, raw tomatoes, and even green bell peppers can be surprisingly tough on older joints and digestion. You may have enjoyed a summer salad with fresh tomatoes for years. But after 60, the acidity and certain compounds in raw tomatoes can trigger discomfort in your stomach and joints. The same goes for other vegetables in the nightshade family. Like eggplant and green peppers, they can sneakily cause inflammation in people who are sensitive, making it harder to feel your best. And here's something I want you to remember. It's not about giving up all your favorite foods or going on a strict, senior diet. No. It's about small, smart swaps. Maybe you replace raw tomatoes in your salad with roasted red peppers or carrots. Or maybe you choose a creamy pumpkin soup instead of fried eggplant. These little decisions can add up to a big difference in how your legs feel and how much energy you have. When I talk to people in their 60s and 70s, one of the things they fear most is losing independence. Nobody wants to rely on a cane, walker, or wheelchair before they have to. The good news is, you can take action today, even with something as simple as choosing the right vegetables for dinner. That's what this guide is all about, giving you the tools to protect your legs, your mobility, and your confidence for as long as possible. So, in this video, we'll first look at 4 powerhouse vegetables that every senior should be eating more of. These are vegetables that fight inflammation, support strong bones, and boost circulation, all the things your legs need to keep you moving. Then, we'll look at 4 vegetables that might be working against you, causing stiffness, weakness, or digestive troubles. I'll break down why they can be problematic and what you can do instead. By the end of this video, I hope you'll not only have a clear idea of what to eat but also feel inspired to make just 1 or 2 small changes starting today. Because that's all it takes, one small change. Maybe it's adding a side of steamed asparagus to tonight's dinner. Maybe it's trying a beet and carrot smoothie tomorrow morning. Or maybe it's simply paying attention to how your body feels after certain meals. Remember, your legs aren't just tools for walking. They're the foundation of your independence and your freedom. Take care of them, and they'll carry you through many more years of joy, movement, and adventure. Stay with me until the end of this video, because I promise the information I'm about to share can make a real difference in how you feel day after day. When you're in your 20s or 30s, your body can handle a lot: late-night fast food, sugary drinks, or skipping vegetables altogether. But once you cross 60, the rules change. Your body isn't as forgiving, and the wrong foods can take a toll on your joints, muscles, and energy levels faster than you might expect. This is why what you put on your plate matters more than ever before. Imagine your body as a car. When it's brand new, even low-quality fuel won't stop it from running smoothly. But as that car ages, the wrong fuel will clog the engine, reduce its performance, and wear it down faster. Your body works the same way. After 60, your metabolism slows, your muscle mass naturally decreases, and your joints become more vulnerable. Without the right nutrients, you might feel heavier, weaker, or less steady on your feet. Take John, for example, a 65-year-old retired firefighter from Texas I mentioned earlier. For years, he believed the stiffness in his knees and the cramps in his calves were just normal aging. But when he adjusted his diet, adding anti-inflammatory vegetables and cutting out the ones that were secretly causing joint pain, he felt an incredible difference within weeks. His legs felt lighter, his energy improved, and even simple walks around his neighborhood became enjoyable again. The truth is, your diet is one of the most powerful tools you have to maintain independence and mobility. Good food choices can help reduce inflammation, keep your muscles strong, and support healthy circulation. And here's the best part: it's never too late to start. Whether you're 60, 70, or even 80, the right foods can still bring noticeable improvements to how you feel every single day. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking that all vegetables are automatically good for you. While vegetables are generally healthy, not all of them are created equal, especially for older adults. Some vegetables can irritate your digestive system, worsen inflammation, or make your joints feel stiff. Others are powerhouses that can heal and strengthen your body from within. Knowing the difference is crucial. Another reason diet matters more after 60 is that your body becomes less efficient at absorbing certain nutrients. For instance, vitamin B12 and calcium, both important for energy and bone health, are harder for your body to take in as you get older. The same goes for proteins and antioxidants, which are vital for maintaining muscle strength and fighting free radicals that accelerate aging. This means that every meal needs to be intentional. Instead of just filling your plate, you need to focus on foods that nourish and protect your body. Think about your legs for a moment. They carry your entire weight every day. Whether it's walking to the mailbox, climbing stairs, or playing with your grandkids, your legs are your foundation. But if you're not feeding your muscles and joints the right nutrients, you might notice subtle changes: heaviness in your calves, slower recovery after a short walk, or a sense of imbalance when standing up quickly. These aren't just random signs of aging, they're signals from your body that something needs attention. One of the key things I've noticed with my older patients is that many of them eat too little protein and not enough colorful vegetables. They'll have a slice of toast for breakfast, maybe a small sandwich for lunch, and by dinner, they're too tired to cook. So they grab whatever's easy, often fried foods or processed snacks. Over time, this pattern leaves their muscles undernourished and their joints inflamed. A better approach is to build meals around fresh, whole foods, especially those vegetables we'll be talking about in the next sections. Let's talk briefly about inflammation. Chronic inflammation is one of the silent enemies of healthy aging. It's like having a tiny fire smoldering inside your body, damaging your tissues bit by bit. Certain foods, including some vegetables, can either put out that fire or fan the flames. If you've ever noticed your knees aching more after eating certain meals, that might not be a coincidence. Choosing anti-inflammatory vegetables can make a world of difference. Here's another thing: blood circulation. Good circulation is like having a well-oiled engine. It delivers oxygen and nutrients to your muscles, removes waste products, and keeps everything running smoothly. As you age, circulation tends to slow down, especially to your legs and feet. This can lead to cold feet, numbness, or even cramps at night. Luckily, certain vegetables, like asparagus and beetroot, are known to naturally boost circulation, which we'll explore soon. Now, I know making changes to your diet can feel overwhelming, especially if you've been eating a certain way your whole life. But I want you to remember this: you don't have to change everything at once. Start with one small swap. Replace a less beneficial vegetable with one that's going to support your health. Try a new recipe once a week. Listen to how your body responds. These small steps add up, and over time, they can completely transform the way you feel. Diet isn't just about living longer, it's about living better. It's about being able to take a walk on a sunny day without worrying about sore knees. It's about having the strength to carry your groceries or pick up your grandchild without pain. It's about feeling proud of your body and what it can still do, even as you age. And believe me, with the right foods, you can give your body the tools it needs to keep thriving. In the next section, we'll dive into the 4 vegetables that might be silently weakening your body, and I'll show you the powerful alternatives that can bring strength, energy, and confidence back to your steps. When you think of vegetables, you probably think of health, energy, and long life. And for the most part, That's true. Vegetables are packed with nutrients that our bodies need. But what many people don't realize is that not all vegetables are the same. And some can be surprisingly tough on your body once you're over 60. I've seen it countless times in my own friends and patients. They say things like, "I don't understand why my knees ache so much." Or, "Why do my legs feel heavy even though I eat a lot of vegetables?" The truth is, there are certain vegetables that can quietly work against you, especially when your digestive system and joints aren't as resilient as they used to be. Why do these vegetables cause problems? Some vegetables, especially those in the nightshade family like eggplant, tomatoes, and bell peppers, contain natural compounds such as solanine and lectins. In small amounts, these compounds are harmless for younger, healthy bodies. But in older adults, they can trigger low-level inflammation, irritate the digestive system, and even interfere with nerve signals to the muscles. This doesn't mean these vegetables are poisonous, far from it. Many people can still enjoy them without issue. But if you've been experiencing unexplained joint pain, muscle cramps, or bloating, it's worth considering whether these vegetables are part of the problem. Let me share the story of Linda, a 62-year-old grandmother from Ohio. Linda loved making fresh salads every day, packed with raw tomatoes and green bell peppers. But she constantly complained of stiffness in her knees and swelling in her hands. She assumed it was just arthritis. After we experimented by removing raw tomatoes and green bell peppers from her meals for a few weeks, something amazing happened. Her pain noticeably decreased, and her legs felt lighter when she walked. Common symptoms to watch for. You might be sensitive to certain vegetables without even realizing it. Here are some signals your body might be giving you. Persistent joint pain that gets worse after meals. Heaviness or cramps in your legs, especially at night. Digestive issues such as bloating or heartburn. Numbness or tingling in your feet or calves. If any of these sound familiar, it might be time to pay closer attention to what's on your plate. 4 vegetables that can weaken your body over time. Let's take a closer look at the 4 vegetables that could be quietly sabotaging your strength and comfort. 1. Eggplant, soft and tasty in dishes. But its solanine content may trigger inflammation in people with sensitive joints. This can worsen arthritis or make muscles feel tired and heavy. 2. Raw tomatoes. While cooked tomatoes can be healthy, raw ones are acidic and full of lectins that can irritate the gut, leading to digestive discomfort or bloating. 3. White radish. Its cooling nature might sound refreshing, but it can lower body temperature and disrupt digestion, especially if eaten raw or at night. Seniors who often feel cold in their hands and feet may find this vegetable worsens the problem. 4. Green bell peppers. These can be harder to digest than their red or yellow counterparts and are known to cause mild inflammation or stomach irritation in sensitive individuals. Why cutting back makes a difference. Reducing these vegetables or cooking them in ways that make them easier to digest can lead to noticeable improvements. For instance, roasting or steaming eggplant instead of frying it can reduce its harsh effects. Cooking tomatoes into sauces can neutralize their acidity and release more lycopene, a powerful antioxidant. Remember, the goal isn't to completely eliminate all these foods forever. It's about listening to your body and adjusting your diet to fit your needs as you age. Try going without one of these vegetables for 2 weeks, and see if your legs feel stronger or your digestion improves. This kind of simple experiment can give you valuable insight. A balanced approach. I want you to understand that food isn't about strict rules, it's about finding what helps you thrive. Maybe you can still enjoy an occasional eggplant dish, but pair it with anti-inflammatory vegetables like asparagus or kale. Or if you love tomatoes, enjoy them in cooked form with olive oil and garlic instead of eating them raw. Your diet should be a source of healing, not discomfort. By making small, intentional changes, you can experience less pain, better balance, and more confidence in your steps In the next section, we'll dive deeper into how aging affects your legs and why building muscle strength and flexibility through food is more important than ever. We'll start looking at the powerful vegetables that can support your mobility and keep you moving with energy. When people talk about aging, they often say things like, "It's normal to slow down," or "Weak legs are just part of getting old." But let me tell you something, while aging is natural, losing your leg strength too early doesn't have to be. Your legs are like the pillars of a house. If those pillars weaken, the whole structure, your independence, your ability to enjoy daily life, starts to wobble. And the good news is, there's a lot you can do to keep those pillars strong. Why do legs weaken with age? After the age of 60, the body naturally begins to lose muscle mass, a condition known as sarcopenia. Studies show that older adults can lose up to 3 to 5% of their muscle mass each decade if they're not careful. It starts slowly. Climbing stairs feels harder. Standing up from a chair takes a little more effort. And you may feel more unsteady when walking. Before you know it, these changes start affecting your confidence and mobility. Another major factor is poor circulation. When your blood flow isn't strong, your legs don't get enough oxygen and nutrients. This can lead to a heavy, tired feeling, or even numbness in your feet and calves. Combine that with inflammation, which is common in older adults due to diet and lifestyle, and your legs can start to feel stiff, sore, and weak. Then there's joint health. Over the years, the cartilage in your knees, hips, and ankles wears down. If you're not eating foods that protect and rebuild these tissues, the pain and stiffness can worsen, making it harder to stay active. Food's role in leg strength. Here's the part most people overlook. The food you eat plays a direct role in your muscle and joint health. Your muscles need protein, B vitamins, and minerals like magnesium and potassium to function properly. Your joints need vitamin C, vitamin K, and healthy fats to stay flexible and pain-free. And your blood vessels need antioxidants and natural compounds that improve circulation. If you're not getting enough of these nutrients, or if you're eating foods that cause inflammation, your legs will suffer. The wrong vegetables, like eggplant or green bell peppers, can actually make inflammation worse. On the other hand, vegetables like asparagus, beetroot, and kale can work like natural medicine, nourishing your body and helping your legs feel lighter and more flexible. A real-life example. Let me share the story of Robert, a 70-year-old retired truck driver from Florida. Robert loved fishing and gardening. But over the last few years, his legs started feeling so weak that even walking around his backyard felt exhausting. He thought it was just aging. But when we looked at his diet, I noticed he was eating a lot of fried potatoes, eggplant, and raw tomatoes, all foods that can trigger low-grade inflammation. We made a few small changes, adding more circulation-friendly vegetables like beetroot and pumpkin. Within just a month, Robert said, "Doc, I feel like someone oiled my joints. I can walk longer without that heavy, dragging feeling." This transformation didn't happen because Robert started lifting weights or doing intense workouts. It happened because of the food he chose to fuel his body. That's how powerful your diet can be. Key nutrients for stronger legs. Vitamin D and K work together to build and maintain bone strength. Kale is an excellent source of vitamin K. Magnesium and potassium, found in vegetables like beetroot. These minerals help prevent cramps and support muscle contractions. Antioxidants. Compounds in vegetables like pumpkin and asparagus reduce oxidative stress and protect your joints. Nitrates. Natural nitrates in beetroot improve blood flow, ensuring your legs get the oxygen and nutrients they need. Small habits, big results. You don't have to eat perfectly to see improvement. Start with simple changes. Swap out inflammatory vegetables, like raw tomatoes, for cooked, nutrient-rich options. Add 1 to 2 servings of anti-inflammatory vegetables like asparagus or pumpkin to your weekly meals. Pair your vegetables with healthy fats, like olive oil or avocado, to help your body absorb the vitamins better. Even just one better choice per day, like a beetroot salad instead of fries, can begin to shift how your body feels. After 60, it's the small, consistent habits that keep your legs strong and your body resilient. The mindset shift. Aging doesn't have to mean slowing down or giving up the things you love. It's about learning to work with your body, not against it. Your legs can stay strong. Your balance can improve. And your energy can rise, but it starts with making better choices at the dinner table. In the next section, we'll talk about how certain foods trigger joint inflammation and pain, and why avoiding these troublemakers can be just as important as adding good foods. Inflammation is like a hidden fire in your body. You don't always see it, but you feel it in the stiffness of your knees, the soreness of your hips, or that nagging pain in your calves after just a short walk. And here's the tricky part. What you eat can either fuel that fire or help put it out. Many older adults assume joint pain is simply a result of aging. But that's only part of the story. A big culprit is chronic, low-level inflammation triggered by certain foods. Over time, this inflammation doesn't just affect your joints, it can make your muscles weaker, slow your recovery after activity, and leave your legs feeling heavy or unsteady. How certain vegetables can cause inflammation. While most vegetables are incredibly healthy, some contain natural compounds that can irritate the body, especially for seniors. Take the nightshade family, for example, which includes eggplant, tomatoes, white potatoes, and green bell peppers. These vegetables contain solanine, a compound that can aggravate inflammation in sensitive individuals. You may have noticed this yourself. Maybe after a hearty eggplant stew or a raw tomato salad. Your knees or ankles ache more than usual. That's not your imagination. Studies have shown that solanine and lectins, another compound found in these vegetables, can affect soft tissues, particularly in people over 60 with weaker immune systems. Does that mean these vegetables are bad for everyone? Not necessarily. But if you have joint pain, arthritis, or leg weakness, it's worth paying attention to whether these foods make your symptoms worse. Inflammation beyond the joints. Inflammation doesn't stop at the joints. It can also affect your blood vessels, reducing circulation to your legs and feet. This poor circulation can cause cold feet, numbness, or even cramps at night. Think of it like a garden hose. If there's buildup inside the hose, the water can't flow properly. Inflammation can do the same thing to your blood vessels, slowing down the nutrients and oxygen that should be reaching your muscles. The domino effect of inflammatory foods. When your joints and muscles are inflamed, your body compensates by moving differently. Maybe you shift your weight to avoid pain, or you stop walking as much because it feels uncomfortable. Over time, this lack of movement makes your muscles even weaker, which can lead to balance problems and a higher risk of falls. This is why diet is such a powerful tool. By reducing inflammation, you can break this cycle and keep your body strong and mobile. Personal story: Martha's change. Martha, a 68-year-old retired teacher from Kansas, used to love her daily salad with raw tomatoes, green bell peppers, and eggplant stir-fries. But she noticed her knees felt stiff almost every morning. "I thought I just needed to stretch more," she told me. But after we removed raw tomatoes and eggplant from her meals for 2 weeks, her pain started to fade. When she added anti-inflammatory vegetables like asparagus and kale, she was shocked by how much lighter and stronger her legs felt. What to avoid or limit? Here's a simple guide to vegetables that might cause inflammation in seniors. Eggplant can aggravate joint pain due to solanine. Raw tomatoes, acidic and high in lectins, which may irritate the gut and joints. White radish, cooling and tough on digestion, particularly if eaten raw. Green bell peppers contain lectins and are harder to digest than red or yellow peppers. Better choices. The good news is you don't need to give up flavor or variety. For example, instead of raw tomatoes, try cooked ones in a hearty tomato sauce or soup. Cooking reduces their acidity and makes them easier to digest. Swap green bell peppers for red or yellow ones, which are sweeter, less acidic, and packed with antioxidants like vitamin C. The 80-20th rule. You don't need to completely eliminate these vegetables if you love them. Think of it like the 80-20th rule. Focus on eating anti-inflammatory, leg-strengthening vegetables 80% of the time, and enjoy your favorites in moderation. The key is to balance your meals so your body gets more healing foods than harmful ones. A simple anti-inflammatory meal. Here's a quick example. A bowl of lightly steamed asparagus with a drizzle of olive oil and a sprinkle of garlic. Roasted pumpkin with cinnamon and a dash of turmeric, both powerful anti-inflammatory spices. A side of beetroot salad for natural circulation support. This type of meal doesn't just taste great, it works like fuel for your legs and joints. What's next? In the next section, we'll dive deeper into vegetables that actively support better blood circulation. These foods can make a noticeable difference in how your legs feel every single day: lighter, stronger, and more energized. Good circulation is like having smooth, flowing traffic on a busy highway. Blood moves freely, delivering oxygen and nutrients to your muscles, joints, and organs. But when circulation slows, like a traffic jam, your legs can feel heavy, tired, or even numb. This is especially common in people over 60, as blood vessels naturally become less flexible with age. What you eat can either clear that traffic or make it worse. And yes, some vegetables can actually slow down circulation if your body doesn't handle them well. The circulation problem after 60. As we age, our arteries can stiffen, and blood flow to the lower limbs becomes less efficient. This can lead to symptoms like cold feet or hands, numbness or tingling in the legs, nighttime leg cramps, fatigue or heaviness after walking short distances. Now, most people blame this on aging alone. But a hidden factor is often inflammation and digestive stress caused by certain foods, including vegetables that seem healthy but aren't always senior-friendly. How certain vegetables affect blood flow. Vegetables in the nightshade family, like eggplant and green bell peppers, are known for containing compounds like lectins and solanine. These compounds can interfere with nutrient absorption, irritate the gut lining, and even affect blood vessel health. When your digestive system is inflamed, your blood circulation also suffers because your body is busy trying to fight off irritation rather than sending strong, steady blood flow to your muscles. Green bell peppers, in particular, can trigger mild digestive discomfort and acidity, which indirectly reduces nutrient absorption, meaning your legs might not get the minerals and oxygen they need to stay energized. Another issue? High acidity from raw tomatoes. If your digestive tract is sensitive, eating raw tomatoes frequently can lead to acid reflux, bloating, and an overall sluggish feeling. A stressed digestive system can reduce how efficiently blood flows to the lower limbs. Real-life example, Henry's story. Henry, a 67-year-old retired mechanic from Ohio, complained of cold feet and frequent leg cramps at night. He didn't have diabetes, but his circulation was weak. After reviewing his meals, I noticed he ate raw tomato salads and green peppers almost daily. When we swapped these for cooked vegetables like beets and carrots, both known for improving circulation, Henry saw a major change. "Doc, I don't wake up with those cramps anymore, and my feet don't feel like ice blocks," he told me after 3 weeks. Circulation supporting alternatives. If you want to boost circulation, replace circulation draining veggies with ones that naturally improve blood flow. Here are some of the best swaps. Beetroot, packed with nitrates that widen blood vessels and improve oxygen delivery to muscles. Asparagus acts as a natural diuretic to reduce swelling in ankles and knees, while improving blood flow. Spinach or kale, rich in vitamin K and magnesium, which keep blood vessels flexible. Carrots, full of antioxidants like beta-carotene that support heart and vascular health. These vegetables are not only easier on digestion but also actively increase circulation and reduce the heaviness or numbness in your legs. Cooking for better circulation. Cooking methods matter. Instead of raw salads with high-acid tomatoes, try gently steaming or roasting your vegetables. Light steaming preserves nutrients like folate and vitamin C while reducing compounds that irritate your gut. For example, roast beetroot with a splash of olive oil and rosemary for a circulation-friendly side dish. Lightly sauté asparagus with garlic and lemon juice to boost both flavor and blood flow. Puree pumpkin into a smooth soup. Its beta-carotene not only supports vision but also helps maintain healthy arteries. Daily habits that help. Improving circulation isn't just about food. A few extra steps can make a difference. Stay hydrated. Dehydration thickens your blood, making it harder to circulate. Move every hour. Even light stretching or walking helps pump blood through your legs. Combine food with movement. A diet rich in circulation-friendly vegetables plus light daily exercise is a winning combo. Why small swaps matter. You don't need to completely cut out all nightshade vegetables, but reducing them, especially if you notice discomfort, can give your body room to heal. Pair this with adding circulation-boosting veggies, and you'll notice your legs feeling lighter, warmer, and more energized. In the next section, we'll turn the spotlight on the 4 powerhouse vegetables you should be eating after 60. These foods don't just prevent problems, they actively strengthen your legs, soothe inflammation, and help you walk with more confidence. When it comes to keeping your legs strong and your body feeling young, not all vegetables are created equal. Some are like silent heroes, working behind the scenes to improve circulation, reduce inflammation, and rebuild strength in your muscles and joints. After 60, your body needs these power-packed vegetables more than ever. They're nature's medicine, and they can do wonders for your daily energy and mobility. The secret of power veggies. Think of these vegetables as your allies in the fight against aging. They're not exotic or hard to find. You'll see them in most grocery stores, but the way they nourish your body is remarkable. They are loaded with antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals that your body struggles to get enough of after 60. For example, they help ease joint pain by lowering chronic inflammation, improve blood flow to your legs and feet, strengthen bones with calcium-supporting nutrients like vitamin K, boost muscle function with minerals like magnesium and potassium, support brain-to-leg coordination for better balance and reflexes. The 4 powerhouse vegetables. 1. Asparagus, your circulation booster. Asparagus is one of the most overlooked superfoods for seniors. It's rich in folate, vitamin K and choline, all critical for muscle function and healthy blood vessels. Choline, in particular, helps nerve signals travel quickly and accurately from your brain to your legs. This means better balance, fewer stumbles, and more confidence in your steps. Asparagus also acts as a natural diuretic, helping your body flush out excess fluids that can cause swelling in the ankles and knees. If you've ever felt like your legs are heavy or puffy by evening, adding asparagus to your meals a few times a week can bring noticeable relief. How to enjoy it. Lightly steam for 3 to 4 minutes. Then drizzle with olive oil and garlic, or roast it in an air fryer for a crispy, nutrient-rich side dish. 2. Pumpkin, the joint protector. Pumpkin's vibrant orange color is a sign of its powerful beta-carotene content, which your body converts into vitamin A. This vitamin supports eye health, immunity, and joint lubrication, all crucial after 60. The antioxidants in pumpkin also help neutralize free radicals that damage cartilage and bone tissue, slowing down age-related wear and tear. Additionally, pumpkin is high in fiber, which supports healthy digestion, something many older adults struggle with. A well-functioning digestive system means your body can absorb nutrients more effectively to support your muscles and bones. How to enjoy it? Steam and mash it. Add it to soups with ginger, or roast with cinnamon for a warming, anti-inflammatory dish. 3. Beetroot, the natural energy enhancer. Beetroot is like a secret weapon for better stamina. Its natural nitrates convert into nitric oxide in your body, which helps widen blood vessels and improve oxygen delivery to your muscles. This is especially beneficial if you often feel tired or have cold feet and hands. Beetroot is also rich in iron and folate, which fight anemia and help you maintain energy throughout the day. Just 100 grams of cooked beetroot can provide a noticeable boost in circulation, which can reduce night cramps and improve your walking endurance. How to enjoy it? Boil and slice into salads, or blend with carrot and apple for a nutrient-packed smoothie. 4. Kale, the bone and muscle defender. Kale is often called a superfood, and for good reason. Just 1 cup of raw kale contains over 500% of your daily vitamin K needs, which is essential for strong bones and reducing the risk of fractures. It's also loaded with vitamin C, calcium, and manganese, which work together to produce collagen, repair connective tissue, and keep your muscles resilient. Kale's flavonoids, like quercetin and camphorol, are natural anti-inflammatories. They can soothe aches and stiffness that come from everyday activities like climbing stairs or standing for long periods. How to enjoy it? Massage the leaves with a little lemon juice or olive oil to soften them, or add kale to smoothies for a refreshing green boost. Why these vegetables matter after 60? When you combine these 4 vegetables, asparagus, pumpkin, beetroot, and kale, you get a powerful mix of nutrients that support every aspect of your health. Better mobility through improved circulation. Reduced risk of falls thanks to stronger muscles and bones. Less inflammation and joint stiffness. Improved digestion and nutrient absorption. You don't need to eat them every day to see benefits. Start with 2 to 3 servings of these veggies each week, and pay attention to how your body responds. Most people feel lighter, stronger, and more energized within just a couple of weeks. A sample, power plate. Here's a simple meal idea that brings all 4 together. A warm pumpkin and ginger soup. A side of roasted asparagus with garlic and olive oil. A small beetroot and kale salad with apple cider vinegar dressing. This kind of meal doesn't just taste amazing, it actively strengthens your legs, supports your joints, and helps you feel steady and confident in every step you take. In the next section, we'll look closely at asparagus, the first of these 4 power vegetables, and explore why it's so effective at improving circulation, reducing swelling, and boosting overall leg strength. Asparagus might look like a simple green stalk, but don't let its humble appearance fool you. It's a powerhouse when it comes to improving blood circulation and supporting strong, flexible legs after 60. Many seniors overlook asparagus because they see it as a restaurant vegetable or something too fancy to cook at home. But once you understand its benefits, you'll want to make it a regular part of your weekly meals. Why asparagus matters for seniors. As you age, circulation becomes one of the biggest challenges to maintaining mobility. Poor blood flow can cause cold feet or hands even in warm weather, leg cramps at night that wake you up, swelling in ankles and knees due to fluid retention, a heavy or dragging feeling when walking. Asparagus is a natural circulation booster because it contains compounds that relax and widen blood vessels, allowing blood to flow more easily to your legs and feet. This means better oxygen delivery to your muscles and quicker removal of waste products, reducing that sluggish, heavy feeling in your steps. Key nutrients in asparagus. Folate, essential for red blood cell formation and overall energy. Folate supports healthy circulation and reduces fatigue. Vitamin K, vital for bone strength and joint health, helping reduce the risk of fractures. Choline. This nutrient is like a messenger, ensuring nerve signals travel smoothly from your brain to your muscles. This is particularly important for balance and reflexes, which naturally decline with age. Antioxidants. Asparagus is rich in antioxidants like quercetin, which protect blood vessels from oxidative damage and inflammation. Asparagus and fluid retention. Many seniors struggle with swelling in the legs and feet due to fluid buildup, especially after sitting or standing for long periods. Asparagus acts as a natural diuretic, meaning it helps your body flush out excess water and salt. By reducing this swelling, asparagus eases pressure on your joints and muscles, making your legs feel lighter and more comfortable. Research-backed benefits. A study from the Department of Nutrition at the University of Navarra in Spain found that seniors who ate asparagus at least 3 times per week had 28% lower CRP levels, a key marker of inflammation, compared to those who didn't. Lower inflammation means less stiffness and better overall mobility. Another study published in the Journal of Geriatric Nutrition highlighted asparagus as one of the top vegetables for improving circulation and reducing oxidative stress in older adults. How to cook asparagus for maximum benefit. The great thing about asparagus is how easy it is to prepare. You don't need fancy recipes or hours in the kitchen. Here are a few simple methods. Steamed. Steam for 3 to 4 minutes. Then drizzle with olive oil and a pinch of sea salt. Roasted. Place in an air fryer or oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 7 to 10 minutes. Tossed with garlic and a splash of lemon juice. Sautéed. Lightly sauté in olive oil with sliced mushrooms for a nutrient-packed side dish. Try to avoid overcooking asparagus, as this can make it mushy and reduce its nutrient content. A slight crunch means it's just right. Who should be careful with asparagus? If you're taking blood thinners like warfarin, you should talk to your doctor before eating asparagus regularly. This is because asparagus is high in vitamin K, which can affect how these medications work. Otherwise, it's a safe and gentle vegetable for most seniors. A real-life example. I once worked with Gloria, a 72-year-old from Michigan, who struggled with swollen legs and nighttime cramps. We added asparagus to her dinners 3 times a week, either steamed or roasted. After just 2 weeks, Gloria noticed her ankles weren't as puffy, and those painful cramps had almost disappeared. She told me, "I never knew a simple vegetable could make such a difference in how my legs feel." How to include it in your week. Even just 100 grams of asparagus a few times a week can deliver a noticeable boost to your circulation. Try pairing it with baked salmon or a light chicken dish for a heart-healthy dinner. You can also chop cold cooked asparagus into salads for a quick lunch option. Asparagus is more than just a side dish. It's like giving your legs a gentle, natural tune-up. By improving circulation and reducing inflammation, it helps you move with more ease and confidence. In the next section, we'll focus on pumpkin, another superfood for seniors that protects your joints, nourishes your eyes, and adds a warm, comforting flavor to your meals. When you think of pumpkin, your mind might jump to holiday pies or fall decorations. But this bright, golden vegetable is far more than just a seasonal treat. For seniors, pumpkin is a nutritional treasure chest, protecting your joints, improving your eyesight, and even boosting your immune system. After 60, your body needs foods that work double duty, and pumpkin is one of the best allies you can have. Why pumpkin is a senior superfood? Pumpkin is packed with beta-carotene, a plant pigment that your body converts into vitamin A. This nutrient is vital for several reasons. Eye health. Vitamin A keeps your vision sharp and reduces the risk of age-related macular degeneration, which is one of the most common causes of vision loss in older adults. Joint protection. Beta-carotene acts as a natural anti-inflammatory, reducing pain and stiffness in knees, ankles, and hips. Immune support. A strong immune system helps you fight off illnesses that can otherwise slow you down. For seniors, the combination of joint relief and vision protection is priceless. Pumpkin isn't just a food, it's a tool to maintain independence and quality of life. Pumpkin and inflammation. Inflammation is a major contributor to joint pain, especially for those with arthritis or early cartilage wear. Pumpkin is rich in antioxidants like vitamin C and vitamin E, which neutralize free radicals, those pesky molecules that damage joint tissue and speed up aging. I've seen many seniors who add pumpkin to their diets report lighter knees and less stiffness in the morning. It's as if the body gets a natural oil change, keeping movements smoother and less painful. A real-life story, Betty's experience. Betty, a 66-year-old retired nurse from Arizona, told me she often struggled with knee pain when walking upstairs. She thought her only option was to cut back on activity. But when she started including pumpkin soup and roasted pumpkin in her weekly meals, something surprising happened. Her pain lessened. "It feels like my knees aren't grinding anymore," she said, smiling. It wasn't magic. It was the powerful combination of beta-carotene, vitamin C, and fiber working together to reduce internal inflammation and support connective tissues. Eye health and pumpkin. After 60, vision changes become more noticeable. Dry eyes, blurred vision, or trouble seeing in low light can make simple tasks like reading or driving more challenging. The vitamin A in pumpkin strengthens your retina and prevents dryness in your eyes, while lutein and zeaxanthin, two plant compounds in pumpkin, filter harmful blue light and protect against age-related eye diseases. Think of pumpkin as a shield for your vision, helping you see the world clearly for years to come. Digestive health and circulation. Pumpkin is also a great source of dietary fiber, which helps improve digestion and prevent constipation, a common issue for seniors. A healthy digestive system allows your body to absorb nutrients more effectively, including those that keep your muscles and circulation strong. The potassium in pumpkin supports healthy blood pressure and proper muscle function, helping you avoid cramps and fatigue. How to cook pumpkin for maximum benefits. One of the best things about pumpkin is its versatility. Here are a few easy, delicious ways to enjoy it. Pumpkin soup. Simmer pumpkin with fresh ginger, garlic, and a splash of coconut milk for a creamy, anti-inflammatory soup. Roasted pumpkin. Cut into cubes. Toss with olive oil and cinnamon. Then roast at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 25 to 30 minutes. Pumpkin mash. Steam and mash pumpkin with a sprinkle of nutmeg for a warm, comforting side dish. Smoothies. Blend pumpkin puree with banana, almond milk, and a dash of cinnamon for a nutrient-packed drink. A 150-gram serving of cooked pumpkin provides more than 200% of your daily vitamin A needs, along with vitamin C and about 5 grams of fiber, all in just one simple side dish. Pro tip for seniors. If you buy canned pumpkin, make sure it's pure pumpkin puree with no added sugar or syrups. Many store-bought pumpkin products, especially around the holidays, are loaded with unnecessary sugar that cancels out the health benefits. Why you should add pumpkin to your week. Even just 2 to 3 servings of pumpkin each week can help reduce joint stiffness, support bone health, and keep your eyes sharp. It's the kind of food that not only makes your meals taste better but also helps you stay active and independent. In the next section, we'll dive into beetroot, another often overlooked vegetable that acts like a natural energy booster, improving circulation and giving your legs the stamina they need for daily activities. Beetroot, with its deep reddish-purple color, isn't just a pretty addition to your plate, it's a natural powerhouse for boosting circulation, energy, and muscle strength. For seniors, beetroot is like nature's energy drink, but without the sugar or caffeine. Its benefits go beyond simple nutrition. It actively improves how your body uses oxygen and keeps your legs feeling light and strong. Why beetroot stands out. Beetroot is rich in nitrates, natural compounds that convert into nitric oxide once inside your body. Nitric oxide acts like a gentle relaxant for your blood vessels, helping them widen and improve blood flow. Better circulation means more oxygen and nutrients reach your muscles, which translates into more stamina and less fatigue. For seniors who often complain of heavy legs, numbness, or slow recovery after even short walks, beetroot can make a noticeable difference. It helps your muscles perform better while reducing nighttime cramps or that annoying pins and needles feeling. Beetroot and leg strength. Good blood flow is essential for muscle function. When muscles don't get enough oxygen, they tire quickly, and simple tasks like climbing stairs or carrying groceries can feel exhausting. By improving circulation, beetroot ensures your muscles stay fueled and ready to move. Additionally, beetroot is high in iron and folate, which help prevent anemia, a condition that can make you feel drained and weak. With stronger blood and better oxygen delivery, your legs will have the energy to support your active lifestyle. Research backs beetroot's benefits. A study by the Harvard Institute of Nutrition found that older adults who consumed beetroot 2 to 3 times a week saw measurable improvements in walking speed, muscle endurance, and energy levels. Another study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology showed that beetroot juice improved oxygen efficiency in the muscles, which is especially helpful for seniors who tire easily. A real-life story, James's turnaround. James, a 69-year-old retired firefighter from Texas, used to feel winded after walking just a few blocks. After I suggested adding beetroot to his meals, roasted, boiled, or in smoothies, he noticed a big change. "It's like my legs don't give out as fast anymore," he said after 3 weeks. "I even walked with my grandson to the park without feeling like I needed to sit every 5 minutes." Other health benefits of beetroot. Beetroot isn't just about your legs, it also supports your heart, liver, and brain. Heart health. By improving blood vessel flexibility, beetroot lowers the risk of high blood pressure. Liver function. Beetroot contains betaine, a compound that helps the liver filter toxins efficiently. Brain health. Better circulation means more oxygen gets to your brain. Improving focus and memory. How to eat beetroot. Beetroot is versatile and can be enjoyed in many ways. Roasted. Slice into wedges. Drizzle with olive oil, and roast at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. Boiled. Boil until tender. Peel, and toss into salads. Juiced. Blend beetroot with carrots and apple for a naturally sweet, energy-packed juice. Smoothies. Combine cooked beetroot with banana, yogurt, and a hint of honey for a creamy drink. A word of caution. Beetroot is naturally high in nitrates, which can temporarily lower blood pressure. If you're on medication for hypertension or take diuretics, talk to your doctor before eating large amounts. Also, don't be alarmed if your urine or stools turn pink or red after eating beetroot. It's perfectly normal and harmless. How much is enough? A serving of about 100 grams of cooked beetroot, about 1 medium beet, eaten 2 to 3 times per week, is enough to boost circulation and energy without overdoing it. Why beetroot is perfect for seniors. Improves oxygen flow to muscles, fights fatigue and low stamina, supports healthy blood pressure and heart health, provides a gentle, natural energy boost without stimulants. In the next section, we'll explore kale, the final member of our 4 power vegetables. Kale is packed with nutrients that protect your bones, rebuild tissues, and keep your legs strong and flexible. Kale has earned its reputation as one of the most nutrient-dense vegetables on the planet. For seniors, it's especially valuable because it strengthens bones, supports joints, and provides the antioxidants needed to fight age-related inflammation. If you're looking for one simple vegetable that can help protect your legs and keep you mobile well into your golden years, kale is a must-have on your plate. Why kale is a senior essential? As you age, one of the biggest risks to your independence is bone loss. Conditions like osteoporosis or weak bone density make even minor falls dangerous. Kale is loaded with calcium and vitamin K2 nutrients crucial for bone health. Just 1 cup of raw kale contains over 500% of your daily vitamin K needs, which helps your body absorb and lock in calcium, making your bones denser and less prone to fractures. But kale doesn't stop there. It's also rich in vitamin C and manganese, which play a key role in collagen production. Collagen is the glue that holds your joints and ligaments together, keeping them flexible and strong. Kale and muscle health. Muscle weakness is a common complaint after 60. Kale is full of antioxidants like quercetin and camphorol, which help reduce oxidative stress, a major factor in muscle breakdown. By lowering inflammation, kale allows your muscles to recover faster and stay active for longer periods. Imagine being able to climb stairs, garden, or walk your dog without that dull, aching soreness in your knees or calves. That's the type of benefit kale offers when eaten regularly. Kale and blood sugar control. Another hidden advantage of kale is its ability to regulate blood sugar. With its high fiber content and low glycemic index, kale keeps your energy levels stable, protecting muscle tissue from being broken down due to blood sugar spikes. This is especially important if you're managing diabetes or prediabetes, as stable blood sugar levels also mean better circulation. Real-life story, Susan's recovery. Susan, a 64-year-old retired school principal from California, struggled with knee pain and felt her legs were getting weaker each year. After she started adding kale smoothies and lightly sautéed kale to her meals 3 times a week, she noticed a real change. "I can get up from my chair without using my hands now," she told me. "I feel stronger, like my legs are actually supporting me again." Her story isn't unique. Research supports it. A study from McMaster University in Canada found that older adults who added kale to their diet 3 times a week for 8 weeks had noticeable improvements in mobility, especially in activities like standing up from a chair or walking upstairs. Kale's omega-3 boost. While many think of fish as the primary source of omega-3 fatty acids, kale also provides small but meaningful amounts of plant-based omega-3s. These healthy fats act as natural anti-inflammatories, protecting your joints and improving coordination between your brain and limbs. For seniors, this can mean better balance and fewer falls. How to eat kale without the bitterness. Kale's slightly bitter taste can be off-putting, but with the right preparation, it's delicious and easy to enjoy. Massage the leaves. Rub raw kale with lemon juice and olive oil to soften the texture and reduce bitterness. Smoothies. Blend kale with banana, apple, and almond milk for a creamy, nutrient-packed drink. Lightly sautéed. Cook kale with garlic and a splash of broth for a quick, healthy side dish. Kale chips. Toss with olive oil and bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 to 12 minutes until crispy. A powerhouse of nutrients. Here's what just 1 serving of kale, about 1 cup, offers. 600 plus micrograms of vitamin K, over 500% daily value. 70 plus milligrams of vitamin C, almost as much as an orange. Minerals like calcium, magnesium, and potassium that protect bones and muscles. Who should be careful with kale? If you're on blood-thinning medication, you need to monitor vitamin K intake because it can affect how these medications work. Talk to your doctor before making kale a daily habit. Why kale deserves a spot on your plate. Kale is more than just a trendy, green. It's a superfood designed by nature to protect your bones, soothe inflammation, and give your legs the strength they need to carry you through life's daily activities. Adding it to your meals even twice a week can start to make a difference. In the next section, we'll shift gears and talk about the 4 vegetables you might need to avoid or limit after 60, starting with eggplant, which, while tasty, can trigger inflammation and worsen joint discomfort in some seniors. Now that we've explored the 4 powerhouse vegetables that keep your legs strong and your joints flexible, it's time to look at the other side of the coin, the vegetables that might be silently working against you. These aren't bad foods in general, but for people over 60, they can cause inflammation, digestive issues, or worsen muscle weakness if consumed too often. Why limiting certain vegetables matters. Our bodies change as we age. Digestion slows. The immune system weakens. And our tolerance for certain plant compounds isn't the same as when we were younger. This means some vegetables, which might seem healthy, can actually contribute to joint stiffness or pain, slower muscle recovery, bloating or digestive discomfort, fatigue or heavy legs. Vegetables from the nightshade family, like eggplant, raw tomatoes, and green bell peppers, are particularly problematic for some older adults because they contain solanine and lectins. These compounds can trigger low-grade inflammation in soft tissues, especially around joints and muscles. The hidden problem of solanine and lectins. Solanine is a natural chemical that plants use to protect themselves from pests. But for sensitive individuals, it can irritate the body. Lectins, on the other hand, are plant proteins that can interfere with nutrient absorption and digestive health when consumed in large amounts. When you're younger, your body can handle these compounds more easily. But after 60, when your immune and digestive systems are less resilient, these compounds may contribute to discomfort and joint pain that you mistake for normal aging. The 4 vegetables to watch out for. 1. Eggplant. Eggplant is popular in grilled dishes and stir-fries, but its solanine content can be troublesome. Seniors with arthritis or joint inflammation often notice increased pain after eating eggplant. It's not about avoiding it forever, but reducing its frequency or cooking it thoroughly can make a big difference. 2. Raw tomatoes. Tomatoes are healthy when cooked, but raw tomatoes are acidic and rich in lectins, which can irritate the digestive tract and even worsen joint inflammation. Seniors prone to acid reflux, bloating, or arthritis may find that raw tomatoes make these symptoms worse. Cooking tomatoes reduces their acidity and unlocks more lycopene, which is beneficial for the heart and eyes. 3. White radish. While white radish is often considered a cooling vegetable, this very cooling property can cause issues in older adults with weak digestion or cold extremities. Eating too much raw radish, especially in the evening, can lower body temperature and lead to discomfort, cramps, or a drained feeling the next morning. 4. Green bell peppers. Among all bell peppers, green ones are the hardest to digest. They have higher levels of lectins and acids compared to red or yellow peppers. For seniors with sensitive stomachs or arthritis, green bell peppers can quietly worsen inflammation or digestive troubles. Swapping them for red or yellow peppers is a simple and effective alternative. Real-life story, Margaret's discovery. Margaret, a 70-year-old retired librarian from Illinois, used to eat fresh salads every day loaded with raw tomatoes and green bell peppers. She couldn't figure out why her knees felt swollen every evening. After removing raw tomatoes and replacing green peppers with roasted red peppers, she told me, "It feels like the stiffness just melted away. I can walk around the garden again without that dragging pain." Tips for seniors to enjoy these veggies safely. Cook instead of eating raw, for tomatoes or eggplant. Roasting or steaming reduces harmful compounds. Pair with anti-inflammatory foods. Combine these vegetables with olive oil, garlic, or turmeric to counteract their inflammatory effects. Reduce portion sizes, instead of eating large servings. try smaller amounts once or twice a week. Watch your body's response. Notice if joint pain, cramps, or bloating increase after these foods. Your body's signals are your best guide. When to seek alternatives. If you find your joints feeling stiffer or your legs heavier after eating these vegetables, consider swapping them for gentler, nutrient-rich options. Replace eggplant with zucchini or steamed pumpkin. Swap raw tomatoes for cooked carrots or beetroot. Replace white radish with sweet potatoes or carrots. Use red or yellow bell peppers instead of green. Your health is about balance. The key isn't to avoid these vegetables forever, it's about knowing how they affect you. Many seniors find that just reducing their intake or choosing cooked versions dramatically improves how they feel. Small adjustments like these can mean fewer aches, more energy, and better movement. In the next section, we'll dive deeper into eggplant, the first vegetable you may need to limit, and explain why its compounds can trigger inflammation. Plus how to prepare it safely if you still want to enjoy it. Eggplant is a versatile vegetable loved in dishes like ratatouille, stir-fries, or baked with herbs and cheese. Its soft, slightly sweet flavor makes it a favorite for many families. However, after the age of 60, eggplant may not be as harmless as it seems. For some seniors, it can trigger inflammation, joint discomfort, or even digestive issues, all of which affect mobility and overall well-being. Why eggplant can be a problem for seniors. Eggplant belongs to the nightshade family, which also includes tomatoes, potatoes, and peppers. These vegetables contain a compound called solanine. While solanine is safe in small amounts, it can irritate soft tissues and trigger low-grade inflammation in sensitive individuals. For someone already dealing with joint pain or arthritis, eggplant might worsen symptoms. This is because solanine can interfere with the way your body processes calcium, leading to stiffness or swelling around joints. Over time, frequent consumption of eggplant may contribute to muscle fatigue and a feeling of heaviness in the legs. Signs eggplant might be affecting you. If you often eat eggplant and notice symptoms like these, it could be a sign your body isn't tolerating it well. Knee or hip pain that flares up after meals. Morning stiffness or swelling in ankles and feet. Heaviness in the legs after walking or climbing stairs. Increased joint discomfort within 24 hours of eating eggplant dishes. The science behind eggplant and inflammation. A study from La Paz University Hospital in Spain found that 38% of arthritis patients reported a noticeable increase in pain and stiffness after eating eggplant or other nightshade vegetables like raw tomatoes. While not everyone is sensitive, seniors with pre-existing joint issues are more likely to feel these effects. A real-life example, Linda's experience. Linda, a 67-year-old grandmother from Georgia, loved making grilled eggplant with garlic and olive oil. But she noticed that after eating eggplant, her knees felt stiff and sore the next morning. When she cut eggplant from her diet for 3 weeks, she told me, "It's like someone removed the sandpaper from my joints. I can move freely again." How to reduce the risks of eggplant. You don't have to give up eggplant completely if you enjoy it. Instead, you can prepare it in ways that reduce its inflammatory compounds and make it easier to digest. Always cook it thoroughly. Roasting or grilling eggplant at high heat can lower solanine levels. Soak or salt eggplant slices before cooking. This draws out some of the bitterness and reduces compounds that may irritate the gut. Pair with anti-inflammatory foods. Combine eggplant with olive oil, garlic, turmeric, or rosemary to balance its effects. Limit frequency. Enjoy eggplant no more than once a week if you're prone to joint pain. Alternative vegetables to try. If you want a vegetable with a similar texture but fewer risks, try zucchini, mild, versatile, and easy on the joints. Pumpkin, anti-inflammatory and rich in beta-carotene. Butternut squash, sweet, hearty, and loaded with vitamins for joint health. The bottom line on eggplant. Eggplant can be part of a healthy diet for many. But if you're over 60 and struggling with joint pain or heavy legs, it's worth experimenting. Try avoiding eggplant for 2 weeks and see how your body responds. Many seniors are surprised at how much lighter and more energetic they feel when they cut back on certain nightshade vegetables. In the next section, we'll talk about raw tomatoes, another common vegetable that seems healthy but can trigger inflammation and digestive issues, particularly in older adults. Tomatoes are often seen as the symbol of health. They're colorful, juicy, and filled with vitamins. But when eaten raw, especially after 60, they can become a hidden trigger for digestive problems, joint inflammation, and even fatigue. Many seniors don't realize that raw tomatoes can be harsh on the stomach and may worsen certain conditions. Why raw tomatoes can be a problem. Tomatoes belong to the nightshade family. Just like eggplant, they contain solanine and lectins, which can irritate the digestive system and, in sensitive individuals, cause inflammation in joints and muscles. While younger, healthier bodies might tolerate these compounds without issue. Seniors with slower digestion and reduced immunity may react differently. Another factor is high acidity. As we age, the stomach naturally produces less acid, which is necessary for breaking down food. Introducing a food that's already acidic, like raw tomatoes, can lead to symptoms such as heartburn or acid reflux, bloating and gas, discomfort or pain in the stomach, a sluggish or heavy feeling after meals, raw tomatoes and joint pain. It's not just the stomach that's affected. The lectins and solanine in raw tomatoes can also contribute to low-grade inflammation in the joints. Seniors who already suffer from arthritis or chronic knee pain often report that their symptoms flare up after eating raw tomatoes in salads or sandwiches. Cooking makes a difference. The good news is that cooking tomatoes reduces their acidity and neutralizes some of the irritating compounds. Even better, cooking releases lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that protects the heart, reduces inflammation, and supports eye health. If you love tomatoes, consider these safer options. Tomato-based soups or stews. Homemade pasta sauce made from slow-cooked tomatoes. Roasted tomatoes with a drizzle of olive oil and herbs. Real-life story, Robert's discovery. Robert, a 70-year-old retiree from Colorado, ate raw tomatoes every day in his lunch salads. He complained of frequent heartburn and joint stiffness but never suspected his favorite vegetable. When he switched to cooked tomato dishes, the difference was remarkable. "My stomach doesn't burn anymore, and I don't wake up with that tight feeling in my knees," he said. Other hidden issues, lectins and leaky gut. Raw tomatoes are also high in lectins, plant-based proteins that can interfere with nutrient absorption in the intestines. In some people, they may even increase intestinal permeability, often referred to as leaky gut, which contributes to fatigue, inflammation, and weakened immunity. This is particularly important for seniors, whose digestive linings are naturally more fragile with age. How to replace raw tomatoes in meals. If you enjoy fresh salads but want to avoid raw tomatoes, try these alternatives. Steamed carrots or roasted bell peppers for sweetness and color. Beet slices for a hearty texture and circulation boost. Avocado for creaminess and healthy fats. A simple experiment. If you suspect raw tomatoes are affecting you, try eliminating them for 2 weeks. Replace them with cooked tomato dishes or alternative vegetables. Many people are surprised by how much better they feel: less bloating, less stiffness, and more energy throughout the day. The bottom line on raw tomatoes. Raw tomatoes aren't inherently bad, but after 60, they can become a source of irritation for your gut and joints. By switching to cooked tomatoes, you not only avoid these problems but also gain more antioxidants that protect your body from aging. In the next section, we'll dive into white radish, a vegetable that may seem light and harmless but can actually lower your body's warmth and energy, especially if eaten raw or in the wrong way. White radish, also known as daikon, is often praised for being light, refreshing, and easy to digest. It's a common ingredient in soups, pickles, and salads across many cultures. But for seniors, especially those who often feel cold, weak, or fatigued, white radish might not be as harmless as it appears. In fact, its naturally cooling properties can sometimes sap your body's energy and cause digestive or muscular issues if not eaten the right way. Why white radish can be problematic after 60. In traditional Eastern medicine, white radish is considered a cooling vegetable. While this cooling effect can help with heat or inflammation in young, active bodies, it may actually worsen discomfort for seniors. As we age, our body temperature regulation slows down. Many older adults already have cold hands and feet, slower circulation, and weaker digestion, and white radish can amplify these problems. You might notice symptoms like feeling chilled or weak after eating raw radish, morning fatigue or lack of energy, cramps or muscle stiffness, especially in cold weather, frequent bloating or gas after radish-based dishes, oxalates and kidney stones. Another concern with white radish is its oxalate content. Oxalates are natural compounds that can accumulate and form crystals in the kidneys or bladder, potentially leading to kidney stones. Seniors, who may already have reduced kidney function or drink less water, are at higher risk if they consume white radish frequently without staying well hydrated. Real-life story, Harold's experience. Harold, a 71-year-old from Vermont, enjoyed radish soups every winter, but he often woke up the next day feeling drained and noticed pain in his lower back. After switching to warmer root vegetables like carrots and sweet potatoes, his energy levels improved. "It's amazing how much lighter I feel when I avoid radish in cold weather," he said. Gas and digestive discomfort. White radish contains certain sulfur compounds that can ferment in the digestive tract, causing gas and bloating. For older adults with slower digestion, this can create abdominal pressure that indirectly affects mobility, making you feel heavy and uncomfortable in your hips and legs. When white radish can be beneficial, this doesn't mean you have to avoid white radish entirely. When cooked properly and combined with warming spices like ginger, garlic, or black pepper, white radish becomes gentler on the digestive system. A small bowl of white radish soup, prepared with warming ingredients and eaten at lunchtime, when your digestive fire is stronger, can still offer benefits like improved digestion and detoxification. Healthier alternatives. If white radish leaves you feeling cold or heavy, consider swapping it with root vegetables that offer warmth and sustained energy. Carrots, rich in beta-carotene for joint and eye health. Pumpkin, anti-inflammatory and gentle on digestion. Sweet potatoes, high in fiber and magnesium, great for muscle relaxation. A simple test. If you suspect white radish is affecting your energy or digestion, try removing it from your meals for a couple of weeks and notice how your body responds. Many seniors report improved warmth in their hands and feet, fewer cramps, and better overall energy levels when they cut back on cooling vegetables like radish. Best way to cook radish, if you love it. Boil with warming spices. Add slices of fresh ginger and a bit of pepper to neutralize its cooling nature. Avoid eating raw, especially in cold seasons or at night. Pair with proteins. Lean meats or legumes can balance its effects. The takeaway. White radish can be refreshing, but for many older adults, its cooling and gas-producing qualities outweigh its benefits. If you've ever felt drained or sluggish after a meal with radish, your body might be telling you to switch to something warmer and gentler. In the next section, we'll look at green bell peppers, another nightshade vegetable that's harder on digestion and circulation than most people realize, and what you can use instead to avoid these issues. Green bell peppers are often chosen for their crisp texture and mild bitterness. But for many seniors, they can be surprisingly hard on the digestive system. They also belong to the nightshade family, meaning they contain compounds like lectins and solanine, which may irritate the gut lining, interfere with nutrient absorption, and trigger low-grade inflammation in joints and muscles. Why green bell peppers are harder to digest compared to their red or yellow counterparts. Green bell peppers are less ripe, which is why they have a slightly bitter taste. This bitterness comes from plant compounds that can be tough on sensitive stomachs, especially in older adults with slower digestion. Eating green bell peppers regularly may lead to bloating or stomach cramps after meals, mild acid reflux or a burning sensation in the chest, fatigue or leg heaviness caused by inflammation and reduced circulation, impact on joint and muscle health. Lectins and solanine in green bell peppers don't just affect the gut, they can also irritate soft tissues around your knees, ankles, and hips. This can lead to stiffness or soreness, especially for those with arthritis or chronic muscle fatigue. Some seniors notice that their legs feel heavier or more swollen after meals with green bell peppers, even if they don't connect the symptoms to this vegetable. Real-life story, Nancy's experience. Nancy, a 65-year-old from Pennsylvania, loved sautéed green bell peppers with her eggs in the morning. But she noticed her legs often felt weak and bloated by midday. After switching to red bell peppers, she told me, "I feel lighter and my meals don't upset my stomach anymore. I never realized such a small change could make this much difference." Why red and yellow peppers are better. When green peppers ripen into red or yellow peppers, their chemical composition changes. Lectin content decreases significantly, making them easier on the stomach. They become sweeter and richer in antioxidants, especially vitamin C and beta-carotene, which help fight inflammation. They are gentler on the digestive tract and less likely to cause bloating or discomfort. Red and yellow peppers are therefore a smarter choice for seniors who want to keep their joints healthy and their digestion smooth. How to swap green peppers. If you're used to cooking with green bell peppers, switching to red or yellow peppers is simple and doesn't require changing your recipes. Try these ideas. Use roasted red peppers in sandwiches or salads. Add yellow peppers to stir fries for a mild, sweet crunch. Blend roasted red peppers into sauces for a rich, smooth flavor. Preparing peppers for easier digestion. Roast or bake them. High heat helps break down tough fibers and reduces bitterness. Peel the skin. Removing the thin skin layer after roasting makes them even easier to digest. Combine with healthy fats. Olive oil or avocado helps absorb the fat-soluble antioxidants in peppers. The takeaway on green bell peppers. Green bell peppers aren't dangerous, but they may be less senior-friendly due to their high lectin content and lower antioxidant levels. Red and yellow peppers, on the other hand, offer all the benefits: improved immunity, joint protection, and heart health, without the digestive discomfort. Your path forward. We've now gone through 4 vegetables to add to your diet: asparagus, pumpkin, beetroot, and kale, and 4 vegetables to limit: eggplant, raw tomatoes, white radish, and green bell peppers. The next step is simple. Add 1 power veggie to your meal plan this week. Cut back on one of the problem vegetables and see how you feel. Even a small change can lead to lighter steps, stronger legs, and more energy throughout your day. Your body will thank you for giving it the nourishment it needs. As we've seen throughout this video, what you put on your plate can either be your greatest ally or your quietest enemy as you age. The strength in your legs, the flexibility of your joints, and the energy you feel every day are all deeply influenced by your food choices. We started by uncovering the 4 vegetables you should limit after 60: eggplant, raw tomatoes, white radish, and green bell peppers. While these vegetables aren't harmful for everyone, They can trigger inflammation, digestive issues, or joint discomfort, especially for seniors with sensitive bodies. By reducing their frequency and preparing them in gentler ways, you can immediately ease pressure on your joints and digestive system. On the other hand, we explored the 4 powerhouse vegetables that every senior should embrace: asparagus, pumpkin, beetroot, and kale. These vegetables are nature's medicine, improving blood circulation, easing inflammation, supporting bone strength, and boosting your energy levels. Just a few servings each week can make your legs feel lighter, your steps more confident, and your overall health more vibrant. Remember, aging doesn't mean losing your strength or independence. Small, mindful choices in your kitchen can create a ripple effect on your health. Replace one harmful vegetable with a healing one. Add one new recipe to your weekly routine. Pay attention to how your body responds. You'll be amazed at how quickly you can feel the difference. Your legs carry you through life's most meaningful moments. Treat them with care. Fuel them with the right foods, and they will reward you with the strength to keep moving forward. Start today. One small change in your meal can give you the freedom and energy to live every day to its fullest.